Welcome everybody. It's time again for another episode of Triple Threat. I am your host Big D, and to my right, the California Kid,
Yo,
and the guy that is still waiting on line to ride the Dixie train, the Pipe.
Yes, I got a year long pass, so I got all the time in the world,
nice.
and
Yeah,
I won't quit.
not like Hogan.
Look, Hogan.
Okay.
Oh, Hogan.
All right. Let's get started with some review. I finally got around to watching Iron Man 3.
Oh,
Uh, Good movie, but
a lot of creative freedoms they just took on that.
it wasn't bad. It's just well, I'll just say spoilers. The Mandarin part kind of pissed me
Yeah,
off.
thank you, thank
I
you.
remember reading that because I don't read comics. I remember a lot of comic book fans were pissed off about that.
No, what they did, I know Ben Kingsley's probably made a lot of million dollars, and he gets offers to do movies, like crazy, and he probably just don't give a fuck. But god damn, come on, man, he's an
It
Oscar
was
winning
funny
actor.
though.
No,
I was cracking up at that John when he was
But
watching
was
the
it
soccer game and all that.
was it really
he did
appropriate?
he did the best he can. He did a great job. But come on, man, I was ready for the man because
They
we
build it up
we
so
had
much.
we had Jeff Bridges as the evil millionaire.
Yeah,
Then we had the dude in two evil millionaire. Barely got Whiplash in there. Then we had another evil millionaire. I mean, it's just the same thing over and over again.
yeah. Well, here's my thing. I like the concept of the Mandarin being imbued more as a terrorist, and like I would have liked it seeing how far they could have taken that, especially when he like it really had my hopes high when he walked in to do the shoot, and now they had I like I said the whole thing was built so well, and I was expecting it to be the Mandarin, and there to be some kind of supernatural quality brought to the series because this didn't have anything to do with technology. Mandarin had those magic rings, and that was something that they never addressed. And I was expecting to see, for the first time, Iron Man has to face another supernatural force outside of the Avengers world. He has to face like this. The Mandarin, I
Yeah,
was
they
expecting the freaking Mandarin.
yeah, they had a good setup with the whole
It was
Avengers
it was
and
beautiful.
the invasion. I'm pretty sure they can come up with a way that somehow the rings came and
Incredibly be introduced without it being too campy, too comic booky. That can't be dark. I mean, the way it looked when he had his hands and everything, it looked great. I don't see why they wanted to go a comical route with it and just make it more about another rich guy who's trying to now create a mutation of some kind of it just it wasn't a bad movie. No, it was not a bad movie, but it just wasted a really really good villain. It wasted a well built villain.
yeah, and I was kind of a little upset about War Machine, the Iron Patriot thing.
That was pretty wasteful too.
It was okay, but god damn it! I mean, it was he. I mean, what's the guy name?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
John Cheadle.
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Don Cheadle.
dude was, he had little time in this movie. I mean, as Iron Patriot, and they turned him into a goofball
Yeah,
again.
that pissed me off. Yeah.
I mean, this is fucking War Machine, man. But and then the ending with Pepper's begging to save him, like,
Trying to
okay,
appeal to the women's audience. Roy about wet himself when Roy loved it. He jizzed his pants. I bet.
okay, too
I
much
love Roy.
information.
I love all the quote. Once again, you give Downey Jr. open reign. He said some of the funniest shit in that movie, like with the kids, when he told the little kid, like,
Oh, I loved
Dad,
it.
leave. No need to be a pussy about it. Like I like the whole dynamic with him and the kid, and all that, and then I thought it was really cool that they kept getting, like, during the major fights, they kept getting in and out of the suits.
Yeah.
Fun popcorn ride, and I love that. I love the fact that Marvel pretty much set us up because you automatically think you're gonna see something after the credits.
Yeah.
And it's just him and Banner talking, and Banner was asleep the whole time while he was telling that story.
Yeah, that was great.
I was cracking up at that, and then it was like people wondering who was that, and like that's Hulk. That's Bruce Banner. Just got a beard, which was weird in itself, but so I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, it was good. Like them learning all these different plot holes into it. Like I was entertained. So
Oh yeah, and Simpsons brought this up because they finally came out with the Iron Man scenes, Simpson that says all the sins about the movies, and they brought up a good point. The scene where Rhodey was asking for a suit, and then Iron Man was like, they all cussing to me. And then why in the hell was Pepper able to wear it? If they're all cussing to him, why was
there's
Pepper?
always the exception, I guess.
And I'm pretty sure in the second one, the War Machine suit was accustomed to Rhodey.
Yeah, that's true.
Rhodey just pretty much took it.
Yeah, he just took the damn thing.
So
I'll tell you another thing. That airplane scene was boss when they were up in the sky.
I did like that.
I liked that.
I did like that scene. I did like that scene.
Yeah.
And then like just the whole how they did had it all like what was the game he said capture the monkey or something.
Yeah.
And then he jumped them all in the river, and then he got hit by the truck, and it's like damn.
But it wasn't him.
But
I did like that part where they had the Iron Patriot and they kind of like took it from the comic book where he was a good guy, then he turned to the bad guy, homage to the normal Osborn since Osborn is the Iron Patriot. I did like that, but I thought in the scene the guy burnt the suit, and I'm like, how could he fix it that quick when he built it the front?
I have no idea. That was confusing.
Just a lot of plot holes.
What would have made this movie a better movie if they just stuck with having the Mandarin be the main antagonist? And look, he didn't even have to do that much. He could have just used the rich people and the rich guys and all this the guy with the powers, the lava, whatever the hell they were, explosives, human explosives. He could have just used them as his henchmen. It would have been a better movie. Because that was a very credible villain.
And him exploding all the Iron Man suits was kind of a waste.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest wastes ever. It's like when you get these. I don't know. Yeah. It's like
that was them, like, because that whole thing, him getting the surgery. That's like them playing around with the fact is he or is he not coming back to play it?
Well, he pretty much is. I mean, they got to do this.
I'm saying at the time when the movie came out, no one knew if he was, and then it was announced he was going to be in Avengers 2 and 3. And,
yeah, he'll be
back. If they are, if he's going to be in Iron Man 4, but but then again, it's like Marvel's got so much on their plate as it is. I mean,
well, here's the thing about doing an Iron Man 4. How do you even continue the Iron Man series to any degree without like at least having the Mandarin? He was one of the main.
They're gonna have to redo it. They probably gonna have to bring Kingsley back and say like the dude was like a clone or something.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do something like that because he was. How do you do that and continue the Iron Man series without the Mandarin? I mean, that just doesn't make sense. Who's he gonna fight? He's no match. Now I could understand if they tried to duel him against Doctor Doom, but then Doctor Doom is like a little bit head over heels better.
But that's smarter. 4.
Yeah, still though he's crossed over. Man, Doctor Doom has fought everybody in the freaking Marvel and DC universe. Hell, Doctor Doom is like a freaking.
It depends on how good the Fantastic Four reboot is.
I remember when I read online this crossover comic where what was it? Didn't Batman have some situation with Doctor Doom? It was a long time ago. It was some kind of thing between Batman and Doctor Doom, and I was just like, oh my god! Now I've seen it all.
I don't think that happened.
I thought there was a
crossover.
crossover.
I bet that'd be a hell of a story if it did.
That was never happened in Marvel vs. DC.
It was probably.
I'm just praying that one day, with some, if anything's possible, it could be a deal. If Marvel and DC ever came to terms and tried something like that, it'd be a.
They couldn't because it would be a monopoly.
It would be too big. Plus,
it'd be a monopoly.
I mean, you know, it seems impossible. Like, look at all the junk that's been happening.
Because like, Dark Horse and them other ones could compete.
And Image. Plus, you know, Sony still got some of the rights to Marvel. Sony and Fox still got rights to most of the Marvel stuff. So until like Disney can buy it back from all of them, you know.
I'm sure. Oh, you know, Disney could fit the bill.
Yeah, but it's going to be a while, especially with the X-Men, depending on how good or bad they do in their next movies. You know, Fox ain't going to let them go anytime soon.
X-Men, I hope it's good. It looks good. Like, you know, Marvel's got, like, a lot of good shit coming out.
Mm-hmm. They're making another X-Men?
Good shit. Like,
they did the Wolverine, and I think...
Chance, like,
I still haven't seen the Wolverine movie.
There's a good, I mean, like, you know, there's a good chance Thor 2 may be better than Iron Man 3.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first Thor movie. A lot of people didn't. A lot of people didn't, but I did.
I did. It just was too. It felt
more.
Some
people didn't love it, but I just thought, like, come on, man. Like, it told a great story. Chris Hemsworth was incredible in that.
It was good. It was just too much of the whole romance BS.
It was good to me. I liked it. I
Did you at least like Captain America? Okay.
To me, Captain America was awesome.
Yeah, I see that's something I had to say. The whole movie was great to me. Captain America, it just really hurt me.
Like people thought Thor was better, Captain America was better.
Captain America was really good. It was really well done. But it was a really well made movie.
Well, the only reason I'm going to go see the Thor movie is because of my doctor's in it. That's it.
Your doctor. That's it. You're just going to see it because that Doctor Who?
Yeah, Christopher Eccleston is my doctor.
I mean, are you at least interested in the story or the fact that him and Loki are working together or anything?
Yeah, Loki too. But that's
about it.
All right. Finally, since it's October and the season of Halloween's upon us, let's talk about The Walking Dead. I finally got around to watch.
I said that because I'm wearing my Walking Dead shirt. I got my Walking Dead novel right next to me.
This is going to be a fine conversation.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But let's start off. This season, I had to give it a B-. It was good, but it waned on some other things.
I just love the fact how the governor just transformed. Like, one minute he was this one person. Over time, he became this evil character, eye patch. He was always had that evil, but he didn't really see it at the beginning. But then it just transformed.
The guy that played the governor was awesome.
David Morris, bravo to him.
He did a hell of a job.
For that.
The one badass scene is when the dude got hit by the walker, and he's like dying, and just like, somebody help! Dude comes out of nowhere with a gun and shoots the dude and walked away. Yeah. That was awesome.
Here's my thing.
So many Facebook friends and friends I knew were just shocked about the Merle thing.
Yeah, that was a deep. I liked that episode. It was very deep and it hit really hard.
And the way he went out.
I had to say the fight scene between.
The way he went out, just said, "I ain't begging you."
The fight scene between Earl and the gunner was awesome.
Yeah, that was really good.
And I just thought it was so slick how he did that with the car and the zombie.
That was really good.
He was in there.
That was brilliant.
He was that close to getting governor.
He was close.
Yeah.
Like that kid got in the way and got shot. I was like, man.
Here's something I noticed about that made this season of The Walking Dead was by far my favorite of the whole thing. And you want to know why?
My favorite too.
I like the build up was good. The last couple of seasons were good. It was a good zombie survival post apocalyptic thing going on for the last couple of seasons. Now in this last season, it took on the full on Western. It was like watching a Western. The whole thing was a Western. this town versus this people. You know,
the prison in Woodbury.
yeah, the shootouts, the feuding, the captures, the tortures, the damsels in distress, the bad guy, the good guy, the gun down. It was. I mean, this was a western.
It affected everyone. Everyone just a lot of people changed. Like Carl was one of the main people who changed that season.
Okay. Was I the only?
Carl plugged that dude at the end.
Oh, that was crazy.
You can tell he's gone. Like that boy became a man that day.
I kind of understand why he was saying because that dude was going to move a little bit too slow putting that gun down. So
yeah, it's just Carl. Here's my thing about Carl. It's like, okay, the fact that I mean, Carl is a symbol of the times they're in. Like people look at Carl and it's like, oh my God, he's losing control. But is he really losing control? You know,
not so much losing control, but realize they need to realize that this is what's happening.
Yeah.
This is the world they live in. He has to become
these people. These people are people are starting to lose any sense of any kind of law now. There's no.
He was still that little boy from the first season. He would have already been. He almost died already.
Yeah, he would have been dead.
Yeah, but please tell me y'all also agree with me that one episode where he went to that damn restaurant and he missed his God. And what's her name's name?
Michonne. Michonne was cute when Michonne got that. What was
that? That was cool that Michonne did that, but I like that episode. But then at the same time,
he went in there with all them walkers just to get a damn photo.
Yeah, I don't know why it was so precious.
Now you know, in real life, and Michonne, she would have beat the shit out of his ass.
They're trying to throw in that little bit of goodness.
That was bullshit.
You gotta have some humor in there.
That was bullshit. He would have gotten his ass kicked.
So
it's kind of bullshit, but I like the fact that they're trying to be a little funny.
Yeah, I like the fact that it showed a little bit more human of her, you know.
Yeah, because before that she was just like the sword carrying, like kill somebody, try to fire them up. You can tell like there is still some human in there. I mean,
but that episode was
crazy ass mission, but it worked.
Yeah, but it was kind of sad though.
That episode hit me hard. That episode hit me really hard.
Guy in the first season.
That episode hit me kind of hard.
You saw how crazy
he became. I screamed, oh my God, at that part. I did not see that coming.
Me neither. I didn't see him being the guy.
But you knew something bad had happened because, like, if I remember correctly, when Rick left,
he lost his mind and literally tried to kill Rick.
Yeah,
because like in the last episode we saw him in, he saw his wife and he didn't shoot her like Rick told him to.
Yeah, he should have shot her.
If you watch the first episode with him, there's so many times where he's crying and smiling at the same time.
Yeah.
You ever notice that, like, when he's grieving but still smiling, like, you know, like, and, you know, it's just, and then finding out about his son, and just like, man, I wish he could have went with Rick. I don't know why he didn't stay on Walking Dead instead of that other show that came out, the Breaking Bad, Low Winter's Son, that looked horrible, but, you know.
Yeah. But,
you know, and, what else about? I hate that Merle's gone, but I can't wait to see him in Guardians of the Galaxy.
But that was like this one when I was sitting there watching, and I think it was between the redneck chick. What's her name?
The what?
Sophie's mom.
Sophie.
Oh yeah. I know.
What's Sophie's mom and the redneck inmate? And
I can't remember his name.
They were getting on. He was getting on my nerves.
He was. They killed him. I'm so like.
I knew that was coming, but don't make this a thing where Sophie's mom and that guy might hook
Sophie's
up.
Mom.
Yeah, that's why I was like, saying like, please just kill this dude off. Because this thing I know the governor. Then the governor.
Daryl, I don't know what the holdup is about.
Yeah, Daryl. Yeah, it's kind of getting into Daryl's business there. You know what I mean? When you start messing.
Yeah, it's like you might as well go ahead and do it. At least let Daryl have a makeout session. He never gets any ass on that show. I mean.
Yeah.
And
he's basically the Punisher. I mean.
Daryl does deserve better, but at the same time, like, you know, it's not like she's like, you know, I could see him at least making out with it at some point, but
at least that's all I'm saying. You know.
Then they finally killed Lori off.
I was so happy when that happened. A lot of people, like, I don't know about y'all, man. I was happy when that happened. She is probably one of the most. Yes, because I'm sorry. I was happy when that happened. Like, just wow, why?
Yeah, and then the way it had to be done, the fact that Carl had to do it.
Yeah, Carl had to do it.
Again, that's another case of him changing, becoming like having to kill his own mom like that, and then we can't forget how Rick completely lost his mind.
I mean, she was a good actor, but I'm talking about like the character just flip flopped.
I like the whole phone thing, but then when they started having like the cameos by the actress,
she kept appearing, talking to him on the phone. And,
that part I thought was going a little too far.
That's a little much.
I thought it would have been me. I thought it would have been way better had he not seen her, but the phone calls kept coming. It would have made it more creepier.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would have really made that crap creepy. If we didn't actually see her.
People coming back. Did you see the part where that little Shane appearance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought that was slick. I like they did that. That was cool.
Yeah. Let's talk about Andrea.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well acted situation there. Really well. Her run was really well acted.
Dumb hoe.
But yeah, I mean the role was well acted. But
I thought that was one of my favorite scenes of the whole season was the whole with her and the governor in that building.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was one of the best like interactions.
You thought for a second she had the upper hand and was at the prison and governor just appeared at the door and snatched their ass.
That was awesome. That was a good ending. That ending had me. That ending just like because it's almost like it was really going to almost Paradise Lost where. Like it's like where it's like she tried to get back to the promised land, she couldn't. She was snatched back.
Again, a case of like so close. Like you keep having these so close moments of killing this man. No one came close to killing him than Andrew. Remember that scene in the bed?
She could have killed him then. Yeah, she just.
It could have solved so many problems, but she couldn't do it.
Well, they likened the governor. They really modeled him after the devil because he had her. He just had her.
Definitely.
She wasn't.
He's already one of my favorite villains ever.
Yeah, he's good.
Movie, TV show, whatever.
He was good.
I put him in my top 5, honestly.
He was good, man. I mean, he really just like man. He was what they say like he was delicious in that role. He was awesome.
And again, like I bring up another scene, but man, did you not get chills when him and Rick had that conversation?
That was, and you notice the two. Even during all the strife this whole season, the two never met till that moment. Yeah. That was the best part.
The first word in the conversation is we got a lot to talk about.
That was awesome.
And then I saw like Talking Dead like that, like the show comes after it, and like they said, like Angelica and Morrissey did not talk to each other at all until that scene was shot.
That was awesome.
Like literally played the role, and it was like you wonder like what's gonna happen? Are they gonna fight? Try to talk, and it was just like chilling. It was chilling to me.
It's like it was really weird. Yeah, to have them meet. It was just like two different worlds that just collided.
And of course, like who honestly thought there was gonna end up being a peaceful conversation? I mean, like God bless Andrew trying her damn best, but she should have known that wasn't gonna work.
Yeah, they trying to foster peace. She was doing everything she could to foster peace. I just thought has been making stupid decisions since day one.
Yeah, that was a bad call.
Andrew's making some of the stupidest decisions in the history of the show. I'm surprised she lived as long as she did.
And talk about like, cause that moment right there, like in the same season when Merle and Daryl finally got to be in a scene together, because they were never in a scene together before that, were they? Remember in the...
Yeah, it was really weird, yeah. They never were seen together. It was really weird.
It was weird. I kept wondering, going, wow, this is the first time.
Yeah.
And it put in a situation like that. And so I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to have the lights off, not look at my phone. Like, tomorrow at 9, nobody talk to me. It's going to be occupied. And I'm prepared for the worst. I'm prepared to be shocked. I don't even want to try to predict. My only prediction is some folks are dying. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of shocked that they killed the governor alive.
That was the way.
I thought he was going to die. I did.
I love that scene though, like the way it happened.
I thought what's his name was going to pop him. Like when he went into the field, I thought that what's his name was going to pop him at least.
Yeah.
But
then it just became so simple when you start shooting his own people because they ran away.
The person who has the biggest grudge with the governor is Daryl.
Well,
Like,
yeah, because he killed his brother.
I mean, dude, that's the person who has the most merit to kill
So
the governor.
they probably won't save you for this season or next, hopefully.
Yeah.
But hopefully, the season coming up will be um,
Are
just
they
as
doing
good.
that thing? Are they gonna do that thing again where they show like the first 8 and then show the next 8, the last 8 in like February?
Probably.
Well,
Well, hopefully, this season will be good. Next show, we'll probably toss in, we'll continue with our October theme. True Blood, this season, True Blood, and talk about what we'll think about what will be the last season, what will happen. But let's finally get into some wrestling. I know Pike. I don't know if he was able to find it or not, but I watched the Triple H DVD.
I just mostly clips, but I'm glad I got you to get to see that because for a while you were like compared to the wrestlers, you were the main Triple H guy.
Yeah. Uh, Triple H's DVD Dai Kingdom Come came out a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Pretty good documentary. A lot of kiss ass.
Where would you rank the documentary compared to other WWE documentaries?
It's not better than CM Punk's. I would say right there with the Attitude Era.
Oh, okay.
But it's not better than CM Punk.
No, CM Punk's was awesome. I love that DVD.
CM Punk's still number 1 on mine.
That was a beautiful. That was a well-made DVD.
But it was a good.
Like Punk and the Rise and Fall of ECW are my top.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Rise and Fall of ECW.
That was a good one.
But you gotta take.
Go ahead.
But you gotta take some of the things with a grain of salt. I mean, some things were overblown and kiss assing, but it was still good DVD.
It kind of had to be. They are their boss. They are his boss. I mean, he is their boss. A lot of them. So
yeah. But good lord, the two things that shocked me out of this whole DVD.
I bet I already know one.
One was Billy Gunn in a pink suit, and 2, Undertaker in a hood.
Oh my God!
Yeah. I mean, see, let me give you the picture. Let me give you the picture.
He's talking
He's wearing a hood.
Let me give you a picture. If you saw the CM Punk DVD, if you saw that scene where he was talking about the main event at WrestleMania, he was talking trash about the Miz. Now you cut out CM Punk's face and you put Undertaker's face. That's Undertaker.
Ooh.
It was pretty much like from what I've seen, yeah. It was that, and the fact like he was talking, like I said, in his regular voice, just talking about him, and it was weird because you're so used to him being like a reticent. Even when he was the badass, he didn't talk like that. When he was the badass, the motorcycle guy.
Yeah.
The fact that he was don't really know why he was wearing the hoodie, but
I guess Undertaker doesn't like the whole, losing hair thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like with Sean be wearing the caps and stuff like that.
Yeah, because Sean knows he's going bald.
Yeah, you're right. So I just told Mike quick before you say anything else, that just tells us right there, like, if Undertaker does retire, you got the next documentary right there, him doing a documentary about his whole life right there. That tells you he might do that.
Yeah. But, like I said, it was a good DVD. It talked about his, the Killer Kowalski School and how he got into that. Then the little time in WCW. That whole thing with him and Bischoff was kind of interesting. Where he was, I think he said he was going to give him like a 3-year deal or 2-year deal, and Triple H told him just give him like a
year, and then he was. I would like the fact that you said Triple H said just give me 1 year. If I'm not worth that after that, then
Yeah. Then the whole thing with the
what was his name again in WCW?
Well, it was Terrorizing. Then they turned up his real name, Paul Levesque.
Yeah, Paul Levesque. Yeah.
I don't remember him in WCW.
Paul Levesque.
Huh?
I don't remember.
You don't remember WCW?
I don't remember him either.
It was brief.
It was pretty brief because it's in the documentary that they called him up, and
he looked good. He looked good though.
Yeah. Then they talked about the Click and DX. Then they talked about him and Stephanie get together. That was weird as fuck when Big Show was talking about.
Yeah, I saw that clip of like how like the rule was you couldn't date wrestlers, and Vince didn't approve, and finally,
And then Big Show was talking about how his wife caught him and started to make it out. And Show was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Because he didn't want to get caught, seeing them. But, and then the one thing, there's two things also I liked about, kind of got me about this. Randy Orton and Triple H pretty much blaming Undertaker and HBK for them not having a good match. If y'all remember that whole storyline where Randy had, RKO'd or DDT Stephanie and Undertaker went to his house and, basically kicked his ass and all that and split up for their WrestleMania match.
Oh, yeah, no, that was Triple H who did that.
Yeah, Triple H.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet
had that horrible actress play Orton's wife. And
yeah.
Oh, that was so.
The window and Triple H got arrested.
Yeah, and then they on the DVD they were talking about thanks a lot guys how we're gonna match up to you guys in match. I'm like that match pretty much was dead before it even got started. Triple H. And besides, it's your own damn fault. You should have put it on me. You should have put Taker and HBK at the end.
My God.
Well, they ain't wrong. That really should have been the main event.
That should have been the main event.
Because I remember watching after that match, how exhausted I was.
Yeah.
I couldn't even that was like, what, the fourth to last match or third to last match, wasn't it?
I think it was like the third to last match.
You can't blame that.
I agree with that, because after that, I was like, I don't care, man. I'm exhausted.
I'm saying, it's the freaking... it's the Undertaker versus Shawn freaking Michaels.
And that match was fantastic.
Who the hell would book that as like the sim?
Well, what moron thought that was a good idea to do that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why would you book that at that particular spot? That was like the worst spot you could put it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll shut down the main event.
It did.
God, you can't blame them for that. They going. It's Wrestle freaking Mania.
I mean,
there's no watering down at WrestleMania, gentlemen. You don't water down if you're Shawn Michaels and Taker. You don't water down.
Yeah, because it's one of those matches you don't see often, and and it was just epic and it was incredible and just.
If they put
one of the best matches I've ever seen.
You know what I'm saying, man, if I'm a wrestler, or even in my backyard and stuff, I'm on WrestleMania, I'm gonna go out there and try to die. You know what I mean? It's Wrestle freaking.
Have that. Whether you're in the first or last match, you should have that.
It's WrestleMania.
Better than the match before that.
Shane McMahon nearly killed himself at WrestleMania. It's Wrestle freaking Mania.
Look how many times Jeff did that.
Yeah, it's WrestleMania, man.
Yeah. And Triple H put Mankind over and talked about how Mick Foley helped him get to the next level. I was surprised how he thanked Foley. He talked a lot about The Rock, but he talked little about Austin.
Really?
I thought that was
because Rock was on the DVD too.
Yeah, he was on there. He talked about it, the match at SummerSlam, and I forgot the other big feud they did. But he was on there, and Foley was on there, but they just rehashed one of the scenes from Austin's DVD.
I figured there was like a part at the DVD he did talk about the injury, the leg injury.
Yeah, they talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you're a Triple H fan, I highly recommend it.
There's one part you didn't talk about yet.
The who was supposed to replace Batista in the Evolution.
Oh God.
When I saw that clip, I was like, "Oh my God! I'm so glad they didn't go that route."
Yeah. Mark Ginger.
That would have been terrible.
I like Mark Jindrak, so.
Another thing that was weird about it was that the only reason he did it was because Flair had nothing to do, so he was like, give him the Flair, and then he would help like only two guys, get them. Like, seriously, just two. But
and then when you saw like that one scene of them actually filming, and it was Orton Flair. I mean, yeah, it was Orton Flair Triple H and Jericho. You look at it going like that does not fit, that does not work. And then Mark Jericho's going on to say he agreed, he knows it didn't work.
That was hilarious.
He's a vet. He's a good sport. That tells you right there how bad that could have went.
Yo,
he just want to be a good sport because he wants to get back in.
You want to get hired, yeah. Get a job.
It's like, so the better man ended up in the group with Batista. So I'm glad they did that.
Yeah, and Batista was on there, and he was going overboard.
You're right, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, saying that he was like Jordan. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw the clip of that going, really? You saying he's the greatest of all time?
He's no Michael Jordan.
I wouldn't say, I would put him in maybe my 25 list, maybe 20, but I wouldn't say greatest of all time.
Nah.
No.
But
I mean, what he's done to go from that to the corporate guy and all, great story, but not greatest of all time. Not Jordan, no.
Yeah. Well, like I said.
So if you're a fan of Triple H, you recommend it? You recommend all WWE fans watch it or anything?
If you're a Triple H fan, it's a definite must. But
I have to ask, which one would you buy first, the Triple H DVD or the Goldberg DVD?
It depends.
I got to see the matches on the Goldberg.
Yeah, I have to see the matches on the you talking about the Ultimate Collection?
The only good Goldberg match had was DDP.
Yeah, the DDP matches were great, and the Raven matches were good. The Raven match.
And give or take the Hogan.
Well, here's the thing about the Goldberg Ultimate Collection. Number one, looking at the cover, I don't like the cover of the DVD. They could have gotten a better picture. They could have gone with the white with some gold and like have Goldberg's symbol on there, and I would have done the cover completely different. The cover sucks. The cover of the DVD sucks.
I don't know why I thought the cover would be him up close with his tongue sticking out like he used to do.
Yeah, or something. Give me something iconic. Don't give me the generic Goldberg over the black and gray or whatever the hell they use, like metal look. It sucked. The cover sucks. And heaven knows if you're putting together a Goldberg Ultimate Collection, if you really just want to maximize your profits off of it, you're not going to maximize it by cutting anything out. You might as well make a cheap DVD collection with just about every possible Goldberg title defense.
Said on Twitter about that, the DVD.
What?
They said, why? He only did like 3 moves.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing about Goldberg. The DVD collection, the Ultimate Collection would be worth it if they had the entire streak on there. If it was like a 10-disc set with like every match.
Not the entire streak.
Yeah.
The entire streak was like, there's like 2-3 minutes.
200 and something, like, hey, put every match on there. It would be worth buying.
Yeah, but
it'd be worth my money. Like, what I'm saying is because Goldberg matches were not that great.
Like number 1, number 2, number 3.
You gotta give me. What I'm saying is, if you want me to buy a Goldberg Ultimate Collection, considering Goldberg's matches, even a Goldberg fan would need the entire streak in the collection.
I don't understand why they couldn't put him talking about it segment of that.
I think we couldn't come to terms.
He was on the rise and fall of WCW. He should have at least been on there, talk about it.
Goldberg can most times, in most cases, going to be about the money. So you can't really get him to. He's about the business, so he's going to want money, and they're not going to want to pay it. So you might as well just put together the things you have the rights for and try to make money off of him some kind of way. So that's what they're doing. They kind of threw a cheap cover together. They call it the Ultimate Collection when it probably is not going to have all his stuff on there. And
just wait me up when Sting gets one.
Oh my God,
that's the only one I actually care about.
A credible Sting collection is gonna span at least 6 discs. I mean, minimum.
If they did a Sting DVD?
Yeah, if they did a Sting DVD and they were able to get the rights, it would have to be a 6.
They just don't want to do it because he's still wrestling for TNA.
For Sting, and see, this is where the business suffers. This is where the business really suffers. For situations for guys like Sting who've been all over the industry, I think there needs to be a sort of clause to where they can do a joint business venture, because somebody like Sting,
appear on the DVD and like put out a DVD collection. We should deal like that.
Yeah, they can reach a joint profit deal to where they can get rights to the Sting footage of TNA and just get everything that Sting ever did that was good. Get all the best matches and put them in one solid collection. You know, that's what hurts. That's what hurts the business so much. Is just that they don't have a lot of joint ventures when they need them. You know, they need them.
When to do them, when not to do them.
Yeah, when to do them, when not to do them. Like for somebody like Sting, or even like I said, they were able to, I'm surprised they were able to do as much as they did for Ric Flair. You know, but for somebody like Sting, you really need a joint business venture so you can get all the best matches. You know, get it.
Angle. I would say Angle too.
Yeah, get the Japan matches. Get the.
I mean, can you imagine WWE putting out a Kurt Angle DVD?
A Kurt Angle DVD would span 8 discs. A real one with like everything, with like all his international stuff and the TNA stuff and the WWE stuff. It would span 8 to 10 discs minimum.
That would be the DVD I would buy.
Oh, I would buy I'd buy it in a heartbeat. It's probably.
Not even a question. Not even a doubt. I would buy that.
But you know what?
He definitely deserves one.
You know what would be difficult about doing that kind of a collection? There would be high debate about including all of the Benoit matches on there.
Oh yeah.
That's why.
They're not gonna acknowledge they'll bleep out every time they say his name or anything like that.
Which is why that a Kurt Angle collection is kind of out of reach at this day and age. Until if they do a Kurt Angle Ultimate collection and they can get the TNA footage and they can get the Japan footage, if they get the IWGP title run and they get a couple of other things, it would be a beautiful collection. The entire WWE collection, the best matches from WWE, the best matches from TNA, the best matches from Japan, and if they could put and even his ECW stuff, if they could put all that together and really put together a credible Kurt Angle collection, it would be bought to.
I agree.
The money they would make would be stellar because every wrestling fan would buy it.
Yeah, I have to go back to I gotta ask this. Big D did that review. How many Triple H DVDs have there been right now?
Let's see.
This is the fourth
That's
one?
about. I know there was one with him on the cover. Then there was one I got with Attitude Era. Then was that one where he did with China.
One he did a few years ago, King of Kings. I actually did like that one.
Yeah, that's the one I got with the Attitude Era. And then there was one he did with China.
And there was a DX one he did, wasn't there?
The 2 DXs.
Yeah.
And that's about it. That's all I can think about right now. About 5. This makes 6.
So, how many does Cena have?
I don't know.
Jesus.
Only thing I know is that my experience. Yeah, that's the only one I know. Oh, that top of my head.
If they ever do, here's the thing: if they ever do an Ultimate collection for Van Dam, I would be on board if they include See, that's another person who they need to probably do a joint venture on is when they decide to do something with Van Dam. That would be very good. I would hope they would do an Ultimate collection.
I don't understand why they still haven't done a Booker T one yet.
Yeah, that's another thing. Booker T, I was surprised to find out that Harlem Heat had an awesome run in I didn't know they had or some fan posted a video where they fought Shinya Hajimoto in Japan, and the Harlem Heat they got stiffed and they hung in there. It was a good match, and I just enjoyed Harlem Heat was awesome.
I definitely think the 3 main guys I think should get one is Booker T, Christian, and Miz. I think all 3 of those guys should get one.
Well, I see Booker T and Christian would be good. It's just Christian's wrestling can get bland at times. I don't know if it would hold up.
But
I don't know if it will hold up in a collection. Christian's work is not as good enough to where I think they would make any money off of it. Because Christian's matches can get bland, even his best ones. Because there's a lot of repetitiveness in his matches.
Yeah. Well, I just like to think, give him some.
Yeah, they could give him they'll give him.
At least put him in a WWE movie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll get something,
but hopefully, but like I said, I got to see the matches with
Goldberg. Buying the Money in the Bank DVD.
Fuck no.
What? This is a great anthology.
Too soon.
Yeah.
Oh. They've done 9 of those, haven't they?
They keep doing
ladder match
DVDs. They've been trying to put together ladder match DVDs for years, and it's always missing something important. And that
Crash and Burn was good.
Yeah, I got a gripe about gimmick matches later on in the show.
All right, later on. Okay, go ahead.
Next topic. Let's talk about the feud between Medusa and AJ. Apparently, for some reason, Medusa took shots at AJ. It was because of a photo shoot where AJ took a photo of her having the Divas title and the old women's title, and I guess Medusa took offense to that,
Who would?
saying that AJ didn't beat her, and until she beats her, she can't beat the women's title, and yeah, just stupid stuff that really made no
They sound
sense.
like really bitter. Like,
I don't know what she has to be bitter about. I mean, what did AJ do to
it seemed like a
her?
lot of bitter, a lot of hate. Just looks like
AJ.
I don't understand where it comes from. She should be given props.
I mean, technically, you pretty much forfeit the belt when you put the belt in the trash.
Thank you.
I
So
mean, it's like you kind of she threw herself in that corner when she did that.
Normally, go ahead.
I mean, why should you care? I mean, you're not struggling like most of the other people who done Vince wrong. I mean, she's making a lot of money off the monster trucks and stuff. So
Yeah, she's doing fine. I think another part of it is her trying to get back in.
yeah,
And here's another thing about that. AJ, like normally I would gripe about the fact that AJ even touched the title because like it was that was during a time when women's wrestling was women's wrestling, and AJ doesn't necessarily represent any of that. Why would
come on now?
But no. I said normally I would gripe about it, but AJ is one of the main reasons why I even can stand to watch the Divas division. I got to give it to her. I really like that character.
Better if she threw the Divas.
I wish she would do that. Yeah, AJ is one of the reasons I can. AJ is one of the few reasons I can even watch WWE women on TV because her and Natalya are the two only reasons I can really watch now. It's just she can sell. Her timing is beautiful, and I wish she could work. I wish she could really work. It would be if she could work, she'd be a freaking like package deal. It'd be beautiful.
Well, we got some sad news for you later on. But,
yeah, I know. I heard about it. It's okay.
I gotta say this. Also, would they please stop bitching about AJ getting her damn tattoo on her freaking neck? I'm sick and tired of hearing people talking about how, it looks bad and stuff. I'm pretty sure nobody would say shit to CM Punk. He got a tattoo.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have been pissed about it as well, but I damn sure they wouldn't say it to his face about it.
Mm-hmm. And just another part. It's just like this turnaround, like hate going on in AJ, like just out of nowhere. Like I don't understand it.
It's her body. She want a tattoo on her neck. That's her business.
Yeah, really.
But okay, let's get into this mess of a thing called Battleground. Which is worse, Battleground or Good Friends, Better Enemies?
Who had a title of that? What was that title of?
In Your House.
Yeah.
Really? I honestly didn't know that.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, shout out.
I forgot about it, but honestly, Battleground's worse.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just bad. It made no sense at all. It wasn't cute. It wasn't clever or anything.
Vince, have we already been through this before? That you don't really need any more than the pay-per-views you already have? It makes no sense to add another one.
And they're becoming like, I mean, these pay-per-view names.
It's ridiculous how there's two of them this month.
These pay-per-view names are becoming like these like cheap indie show pay-per-view names. Like they come up with all these cheap names for special events in the indies, and they come up with a new one every month. And then like Vince and them are doing it even worse. I mean, come on, man. Get rid of all these cheap events and let's get down to the principal ones and let's save some money.
Yeah. Basically, it's not really doing a review, but basically we're having the main event. A show came out. He knocked out Brian. Then they were about to pin Brian, but then he pulls out the referee. Randy Orton gets mad. He knocks out Orton, and the show ends with everybody knocked out and the show standing in the ring.
He comes back next night. He's fired.
Fans pissed off about that.
Oh yeah, and before that, the lights went out.
Yeah, like it freaking that was god.
They haven't. This
like the
happens
Super Bowl.
once before in WWE. I forgot what it was. It was in your house. Something. It was Savio Vega versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, and they had a strap match, and then the lights went out.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
they had to reshoot that, I think, and the lights were out. For Battleground. So God was trying to tell you something.
Like for that in your house one, then they do a special night like on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to
that's
make
what
up for it. I remember it.
And
was
you see there, Vince, God was trying to tell you something. And the only good match I heard was the Rose versus Shield match.
Yeah.
I heard too.
Yeah. But this pay-per-view was a wash. And Vince, just forget about it. Hell, if anything...
I wonder how many cops people try to get their money back.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. And now, because of this, is set off the alarms in Vince, and now Vince is paranoid because of WrestleMania and it being in New Orleans because of what happened at the Super Bowl. And now Vince is rumored that they said that Vince is worried because they use more power than the Super Bowl, and now he's afraid that the lights will go out and the same thing will happen.
Shoot, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
If that happens, it'd be classic. It'd be one of the greatest moments in wrestling. It'd be one of those moments everybody remembers. It'd be hilarious. It'd be a wrestling legend.
Yeah, they said that Vince and I forgot who else they said was like in panic mode because of that. But like I said, Battleground was just a waste of time.
The real winner of that pay-per-view was us for our wallets.
Yeah.
Let's do more news before we go into Raw and talk about some of the important things of Raw. Michael Hayes, Mr. Freebird himself, is free now because he's been suspended. Reportedly by God, what's that dude's name from MLW Radio? Court Bauer.
Court Bauer.
Yeah, Court Bauer reported that Michael Hayes got suspended because allegedly he offered a drink to Rosa Mendez.
Rosa Mendez just coming off of AA.
Yeah, if y'all remember back a few months ago, Rosa got into trouble over in the European tour, and she was sent home early. And rumor was it was because alcohol-related incidences. And she had to go to rehab. And apparently he, at a bar, offered her a drink, and she's a recovering alcoholic.
And of course, like, WWE brass, like, tattletale on him to the boss.
Yeah, and they had sent him home because it wasn't a good look that, official...
And it's like the third time he's been suspended. Because there was that one incident with Mark Henry, I remember.
Yeah, we called Mark Henry a nigga.
Michael Hayes.
He said he was a better one than him.
Yeah.
Michael Hayes.
A better one than him, one of them.
Yeah.
Michael Hayes has been spotted twice in Georgia by he's been in Georgia.
Well, I think he lives here.
Yeah, well.
That's one of his foundations was in Georgia.
Yeah, I remember Higgins saw him up there in Atlanta, and he talked to him for a while, and then my friend Chris Muscali saw him as well.
So that's probably why we just able to see him.
Saw him at a game.
In terms of the job, he should have been smarter than that.
Yeah, but he must got something because they won't fire him like they did JR.
No, he got something on him.
He's more loyal.
Yeah.
That or he's one of the only ones that can do that job because for what Colt Bauer was saying that it's hard. It's a hard job for them to do.
I wouldn't want it. So I'm sure he'll be back within maybe 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, they'll have him back eventually.
Yeah, but
speaking of,
yes.
I don't know if you mentioned, did you mention what happened to AJ at Battleground?
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. AJ got concussion.
Again, it's the curse. Being around Dog Zero will curse you.
Actually, I was gonna bring Bree, but
oh well. What happened? Because in case you and the audience don't know, apparently AJ hit her head during the match and got concussed.
Okay. Yeah, then the next night on Raw, they pretty much sent her home.
Yeah, because she was supposed to fight Caitlyn on Monday. They saying like she was dizzy, she couldn't even remember the match, and memory loss, and it was like, I hope it's not as bad as Dolph.
I hope not, because you know what that means.
That was real bad.
You know what that means? They're probably gonna relinquish the title and give it to Brie.
They're gonna strip her.
We don't know that yet.
I hope they don't. That's one of the only reasons I watch the show is because of AJ.
Oh god, and we got replaced with a real horrible match.
It was bad.
It
was so bad.
It was Natalia.
It was Natalia, JoJo, and Eva Marie against I liked how Michael Cole accidentally called Alicia Fox and Layla.
It was great.
Alicia Fox, Asana, and
how
who
stupid
else?
these names are.
It was Exana, wasn't it?
Yeah, Asana and who else?
Jesus. Alicia Fox, Asana, and I don't know.
I'm just saying, man.
Botch.
The names suck. The wrestling.
Rosa
suck.
Mendez.
Rosa Mendez.
Yes, it was.
Sporting the blonde hair,
which was bad.
It looked horrible.
It was really bad.
Like, Rosa, who you trying to kid? Seriously.
But good lord, that match was bad.
JoJo wasn't even in the damn thing.
Yeah, all she did was get down on the ground as if Natalie was hurt. She did get into the match, and even good lord, she couldn't sell for shit. She was confused as fuck.
Yeah.
She didn't know what to do.
You didn't even try to look hurt at all.
Where was Undertaker when you needed him?
Facial expressions were horrible.
Yeah, where was Undertaker when we need him to go sell?
Yeah, for real.
You remember that at the house show? Well, I forgot who it was. He was saying that to somebody. He got so mad. He was like screaming, sell.
And the SmackDown match yesterday wasn't that good either. Only thing Eva Marie did was a cartwheel.
They all suck.
And like, it was like,
just fire this woman already. You just fire her.
Fire all of them.
That's what it looks like. It looks like someone looking and trying to make her look bad, like they really need much help. But It's like, if you want to keep her for the show, whatever.
Just put her as a valet.
Yeah, she's better valet or something. Just do something else.
Don't put her in the ring when she ain't ready, when she's only done like 2 matches. I mean,
at least it isn't as bad as that Jackie Gator, Trish Stratus, and JBL mixed tag match.
Oh, that was a stinker.
I'm probably thinking the wrong match. Is that the one where Jackie?
That was the one where she kept missing all the spots, and she tried that.
Yeah, you're right.
And she kept doing that spot at the top of the rope, and she missed completely. And she almost broke her.
Yeah.
But
Marlena put up a better fight than that.
Yeah. But
yeah. Lesson of the day: keep them on the E show. Do not put them on Raw Wrestling.
Yeah. But speaking of Raw, let's talk about it. The show started off with Stephanie and Big Show in the ring and
firing.
Pretty much Big Show getting canned.
Firing the hell out.
But we before we get into that, let's talk about this real quick.
Sure.
Dixie Carter turning heel.
I heard.
It's the title of our show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Title of our episode.
So I heard.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a thing to watch.
Good lord. And I thought it couldn't get any worse for TNA. It just did.
I just thought your daddy would be proud. This is what his investment went into. You on your knees.
Yeah, it was okay with the whole thing with AJ, but then the thing with Hulk, good lord. Her trying to tie us with the whole getting the rock on the Dixie train. I'm like, God.
Oh my God.
It was bad. I saw a clip. It was.
And then she was trying to say to be the power couple. And
it was not great. It was just like, man, what can I say to this?
It's a big no-no.
And then,
I would rather see Ethan wrestle the whole show than that shit again. I would become an Ethan guy if Dixie never did that again.
Oh.
So,
I watch a whole show with just Brooke wrestling and that shit. And not Brooke Tessmark, I'm talking about Brooke Hogan.
No!
That's how bad it was tonight. Actually, I wouldn't mind watching Brooke Tessmark wrestling the whole night. But anyway,
I would.
That was just, what the hell are you doing? Let him go.
Let me ask you this: what's worse, that segment or Hogan ripping off Miley Cyrus?
Oh my God! Why did you bring that up?
What did he do?
I got that image out of my head.
You see it?
No, I didn't see that. What did he do?
Okay, all right. For this Hogan's new adventure, because Hogan's got to make money, and his adventures in making money haven't been that great. So now Hogan has partnered up with some web hosted site called what was it called?
I don't know. I don't remember.
It was some web host site like GoDaddy.
It was called something, yeah.
And they decided to put Hogan spoofing the Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball.
Have you seen the Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball video?
Oh my God!
I seen pics.
This is a bad.
And
I saw it on my
this is already going the wrong way.
And he's on the Wrecking Ball. He's got like his yellow shirt, his hood, and his feathers. But for those that are screamers, you might not want to hear this. But he's wearing nothing at the bottom except for a thong. And at the end of the commercial, you just see the shot of his ass.
Yes.
Are you serious? Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay, what's more worse, sir? That or his ex-wife making a music video trying to get another man?
Wow.
Hogan, I don't mind looking at. I'll look at his ex-wife, but I'm not gonna look at Hogan on a damn ball.
I can't believe that she actually did that shit, and they were like promoting it on Inside Edition.
I mean, it's just like. Man,
it's like.
I don't know. No, man, you made my mind hurt thinking about that now. I had that extra in my mind.
Wow.
Well, it's just like, why would you do that to your company and make yourself look even more worse than you already have? Because now people are going to talk about showing Dixie on her knees, grabbing Hogan's leg and looking pathetic. And then it's like many people say, now you know why Vince kills wrestlers off as bad as he does when they're about to leave or go away. Because it makes them look, it'll make them look bad that person in, the top of the company look that way.
Just like.
And I bring this.
It's horrible though. You just talking about three horrible things earlier with the wrecking ball, the Dixie thing, and his Hogan's ex-wife. All three bad things. I would suggest watching them only if you lost a bet.
Wow. But
or someone double dog dare you maybe.
Yeah, but I bring that up because the whole thing with Show and Stephanie kind of made me think that WWE was taking a shot at TNA.
Probably.
More than likely.
Because, Stephanie, smacking Big Show and, being as...
It was funny when Show was like, you want me to apologize? And she's like, I want you to beg.
Yeah. She should. Probably is.
It's like, this motherfucker ain't getting on his knees for that. But she slapped. Did she not slap the hell out of him? No,
she slapped him like a good. She slapped him like a good 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, like bang, 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 bang. What you gonna do?
Like,
bang.
You gonna cry? You're gonna cry?
Yeah.
What you sounded like? You gonna cry?
And he played it well. He looked like he wanted to just pick her up and just like throw her out of the ring.
Smash her face in. That's what it looked like.
Unfortunately, it's PG.
Everybody thought well, this had been in the 90s. He would have swung on her.
He did have a match with her.
If her voice was any more whiny, she would have sounded like Lois Griffin.
Yeah.
You're not going to do anything because you're fired.
Yeah. So, Bishop... Bishop walked out like a boss.
Yeah.
Then Brad Max got yelled at.
Again.
Yeah, seriously, get rid of this dude. He
I don't
sucks.
know what the point is with him. He brings nothing to the table at all.
Yeah.
And then he comes out and apologizes, and he announces that, once again, Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton is going to fight in a Hell in a Cell at the pay-per-view.
But here's the twist. The WWE universe.
He's just like one big sales pitch.
The WWE universe will pick the referee.
The guy is like one big pitch, like just pitch to get more people, interacting with the show. He's just like one big sales pitch.
To get people on the damn app.
Yeah, he's just a sales pitch. He's one big sales pitch. But see, the problem with that character is I'd understand if there was some kind of duplicity with his character, or if it was going somewhere. I'd understand why he's such a suck up.
The only time I thought maybe there's some interest when he set up those gauntlet matches with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah,
and at one point, Alex Wright told him he won again. And he just does this look like an '80s movie villain. Going, let's see what he does for the next challenge.
Yeah. See, he started to
That's
kind of.
That's what I thought for a second. Maybe he knows what he's doing, and then
if he would just stayed on that direction, he could have become a really good prick.
Right.
He was really building a character when that was going on. I was starting to see. I was hoping he'd start showing some emotion, because I'm saying he could really be good if he just decided to just go ahead and go full on prick.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. So but I just don't see the point in him at all.
But like Pike said, you got to pick. I mean, the fans had to choose to pick it 3 from the
Hall of Fame inductees. Don't worry, you box. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So first pick
you go
was
on the app and you vote. And who are the 3 people?
Booker T, who gave us the reason why to vote for him. Surprised he didn't do a spin of ring.
Oh, God.
That would have been nice.
Second one, and was shocked to see him there, was Bob Backlund.
Oh yeah, Bob Backlund.
His crazy ass.
Good Lord, that motherfucker went. He was nuts. He was screaming.
Seriously, I don't even think that's an act. I think he really is insane.
He's crazy.
Somebody need to go and tell him to chill the fuck out.
They said, at the Hall of Fame ceremony, it kind of hit it in that he really is kind of intense.
Go on and on. He was telling him to stop and leave, and just kept going. Then he was saying that heck in a cell. I don't like staying in hell, even if it is a hell in a cell.
He's nuts.
I was just like, Jesus, man.
Seriously, we don't need somebody else to have a heart attack.
He's insane.
I picked him in the app just to be funny.
But yeah, and then we had Shawn Michaels.
What did he say? HB Shizzle?
Took him long enough. But no surprise, HBK won. It was a landslide. Was I the one thinking that Booker T was like, yeah, I knew this shit wasn't gonna happen?
I thought he was more upset that Backlund got more votes than him.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. People wanted to see Backlund would have been interesting.
7%.
I mean, I would have voted for Backlund. It would have been interesting. I mean, ultimately, if they had given us Booker T, Bob Backlund, and anybody else, we probably would have picked Backlund, because it would have been funny, because we know how crazy his ass is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, let's talk about the new sensation, Los Matadores.
Good.
Okay. Wow.
You know what? Well, go ahead.
A little bull.
Sorry, y'all.
Or booyah.
As soon as you said Los Matadores, my dog got pissed. Roxy, calm down. I'm not gonna make you say Ole again. Yeah.
I give him credit. They're just, somewhere Sin Cara must be pissed that the little bull's doing a better engine than his ass could.
Yeah, that was.
I bet Carlito was laughing his ass off watching his brother and cousin do that.
Yeah. It seems like it's getting over the fans. I mean.
Yeah, it seemed like the kind of group that'd be just fine on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Because, mostly Latinos watch that one anyway, so, I mean, and then my wife said, aren't they Puerto Rican?
Yep.
But they're doing this gimmick.
Yeah, they got to be careful with it, because from what Conan was saying, most Mexicans did not like that.
Ooh.
I heard that too, actually.
That, You say that they're Mexican, but they're actually Puerto Rican.
Oh, they hate that.
Yeah.
They don't like that. They don't like that.
You know how passionate they are about that stuff.
Yeah, you don't go around doing stuff like that. I mean,
they don't want to don't try new things. They want it to be specific and on the ball, and yeah.
Yeah. So.
But other than that, I thought it's an interesting gimmick. You get into Primo and Epico something to do. The bull is cute, I guess.
That was weird, but yeah, it was good.
More active than Hornswoggle.
Thank you.
I did like that move that they did on SmackDown, though.
Which one? What?
Where they did the finisher on the guy, and then the bull jumped off the rope, and then when they they stomped on him. That was nice.
Ooh.
But God, please, for God's sake.
Are they gonna be the ones to take the belts off the Shield?
God, no, I hope not. But God, please, JBL, shut the fuck up.
Oh, JBL is just green for them.
JBL,
just so excited about them.
Beware the bull, Cole. Beware the bull.
He went ape shit.
Look, I swear on SmackDown you mentioned Cypress Hill.
Are you serious?
I swear to God, I could have sworn he said Cypress Hill at one point.
Oh my God.
I seriously doubt JBL know what the fuck is Cypress Hill.
I'm sure someone told him in his ear to say
it. If he does, I'll be shocked.
Somebody told him in the earpiece to say that.
Any worse than whenever there was a Miz match, he would keep saying Johnny Bananas from Real World.
Oh God.
I was like, man, stop. You ain't fooling anyone. Whoever told you need to be fired or suspended with Michael Hayes for a month. But yeah.
But let's get on to the other big news. So Alberto Del Rio comes out and he knows his fate at Hell in a Cell. Guess who's back? John Cena.
What a way to tell your SmackDown talent it ain't none of y'all.
Wow. What a way to put down.
Decided to leave again. It's like, it ain't none of y'all.
What a terrible thing.
I hope Triple H.
It makes no sense.
I hope Triple H and Vince know what happens when you bring wrestlers back, especially Triple H, who had two
torn. It was supposed to have been like what? Wasn't it supposed to be 4 or 5 months?
4 to 6 months.
Gee, and already after 2?
Well, apparently, because of what happened at Battleground and the buy race for SummerSlam and, Vince being paranoid, that's the reason why.
It does feel right. It's almost like the CM Punk payback thing.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
It felt really rushed.
Yeah. But because of that and, Punk being hurt and he's going to have time, he's going to need time out before the WrestleMania season.
Yeah, so they said, I think they said, that it was his back, ain't it?
Yeah, thank you, Ryback. This means twice, your dumbass.
Fucking Ryback, you fucked up Punk again.
Twice.
Like, there are 5-year-olds that could have slammed Punk on that table right.
Wow.
It's like, but Joe ass couldn't, and then so yeah. So it was a lot more serious than people thought.
Yeah, so, now they had to rush Cena back, and I hope it doesn't come back and bite him in the ass, because we all know what happens when wrestlers' bodies get used, a.k.a. Triple H, and a.k.a. 2 torn quads. So hopefully this
you want, using a TNA example, hell, Saban.
Ugh.
So Cena, just be careful. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. But I'm kind of glad that they got him going for the World Heavyweight title instead of the WWE title. Because Daniel Bryan
that's what I'm saying. It makes no sense why they put him in that match, and and what's the storyline there? I mean, there's nothing.
Well, would you rather they put him in there with Orton and
I'd rather
Daniel Bryan?
I think Daniel Bryan and Orton is a refresher.
Nah, Daniel Bryan deserves it.
Yeah.
And Cena would just be stupid because they're going to give it.
Bryan Cena thing, it's like we're done there. It's been done, but still, I would have thought of something else.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like who is Del Rio gonna face? So
Yeah.
That's gonna be a regular match, right? Not Hell in a Cell, right?
Oh God, no, they ain't gonna do that.
I'm wondering why they even still have the Hell in a Cell.
I think we said it before. PG Hell in a Cell needs to be gone because unless you're gonna bust somebody open, there's no point
Yeah,
to
we
it.
said that a bunch of times. Yeah.
And I don't give a damn how good Kevin Nash and Triple H told the story. Hell in a Cell is for blood.
It is.
They really put it over on the DVD.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's just it just needs to go. You just have regular cage matches now.
At least. Well, at least with Orton, Bryan, and Michael, there will be somewhat of a story.
Yeah. I swear to God, they better not. Well, here's going into the next topic. Since they're going to have.
Before you think the feud's going to end now after this one?
Which one?
Orton and Bryan.
That's what I was about to talk about. The way the things look, they can go two ways. Either not Triple H, but HBK helps Bryan get the belt, or B, he screws Bryan, and rumors are circling that they want Bryan to win the Royal Rumble and go into WrestleMania, and
that's what I heard that rumor too about Bryan winning the Rumble.
It could be.
I just don't see Orton having the belt for that long. That's not good to me. Having Orton held the belt to WrestleMania.
That would be like what? How many months if they do that?
Let's see. After this, it'll be November, December, January. WrestleMania's in March, right?
April.
Let's see.
Like it's gonna be like the first Sunday in April.
November, December, January, February, March, April. That's 6 months.
I doubt it.
No, that's too long.
I doubt they're gonna have it that long. You're gonna have it that long.
Yeah, it's too long. They should just go and give Bryan a belt. I'm pretty sure if Cena doesn't win, which it seems like he is,
looks like it.
Since Punk is gonna take time off, I would say Punk win the Royal Rumble. And then we had Daniel Bryan versus Punk.
Oh God, what if it's some cheese and he'd like Sheamus to do it?
Oh God. I'll give Sheamus the benefit of the doubt. If Sheamus wins, fine, but he's got to be a heel, and they got to have more than 18 seconds.
It's a perfect moment to be heel.
If it makes up for that weak ass WrestleMania, I'll say yes, but he's got to be a heel.
At least.
He can't be a face and do it.
Yeah. He's gonna get a big pop anyway if he does come back at the Rumble. So I mean, but man, he can be just a vicious DCW all over again. I mean, that's what we want back. We want that character back. We're no more of the smiling joke talking about pints and your grandfather, whatever, and those stupid kid commercials. God, those are brutal.
Well,
but like I said, I accept it if Sheamus comes back and he wins a Rumble, but he's got to be a heel. It's got to be more than 18 seconds than when they had the last WrestleMania.
Yeah, that was crap.
Agreed.
But I just wanted to be Punk versus Bryan at WrestleMania, but no events. It probably won't happen.
That would be a beautiful main event.
Yeah.
Punk versus, man.
And we mean main event, not like the last match or anything.
Yeah, you make that the main event for the title, it would be beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh man, they would wrestle. They're going to tear it up. They're going to tear it up like ROH style.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of people turning, there's rumors that Cesaro is going to turn face and Damien Sandow is going to turn face.
Turning Sandow face is a mistake. That's a real big mistake. Cesaro.
I don't think I can do that with Sandow though, with that character.
It wouldn't work. It's just not going to work.
Can he be a tweener?
No, I would make him straight heel, but he just needs some new moves.
Just the way his attitude and the way he talks, it just wouldn't look, and even the beard, it just wouldn't look right if he was a face doing all that.
He's playing an elitist socialite, an aristocrat.
Yeah.
You know, he can't. It just wouldn't work as a face. You know.
But now Cesaro, I can see actually.
He could do it. Yes, Cesaro could switch if he wanted to.
You know, he's already got people. Just the fact he does that giant swing.
Yeah.
I'm amazed he could pick Great Khali up twice and do that shit.
Was
that
awesome.
was so cool. That was so cool seeing that.
He's strong. They say he's really freaking strong.
Yeah. So he's incredibly strong.
Yeah, they say.
So him being a face, I could definitely see, and then he could be over in a funny face like a new Santino doing that.
Oh, God.
You know, with the languages and all. Like, you can do so many funny segments with Cesaro. I mean,
You could.
Yeah. So that would be my opinion. Like Cesaro face, yes. Stand out, not right now.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, bad idea.
So,
it depends on when he's gonna cash in Money in the Bank.
I don't know if he'll be able to cash in on Cena. Cena went.
Okay,
It's pretty much obvious they're gonna give the belt to Cena. If they don't, I'll be shocked. But if they don't, then they'll do it with Sandow.
It's weird to me that automatically he's gonna get that.
Like I just said, if they don't give it to Cena, then it's definitely gonna be Sandow.
It will be.
At Hell in the Cell doing it.
No, or the worst case scenario, Cena wins it and Sandow trying to catch it and then lose.
And then will be the point of bringing Cena back.
Exactly. I mean, like, you're talking about Sandow cashing it in and trying to make it like he's about to win, and Cena does the attitude, whatever the hell, and beats Sandow.
Yeah.
Now that's just wasteful.
Yeah. So let's get to the main event. It was 6-man tag again. The Rose and Daniel Bryan versus the Shield. Good match.
I saw this match.
Then it was Seth Rollins that came in with a chair hit Cody Rhodes. He got disqualified. Then Triple H restarted the match. Then Daniel Bryan did the he ran through the ropes. Not the no, it was Dean Ambrose with the chair.
Dean.
Yeah, it was you're right.
It was Dean Ambrose.
Then Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns go outside. They got knocked out. Then Orton came out of nowhere with RKO, and he rolled Daniel Bryan back in. Bryan got pinned.
Yeah, that's how it went down.
And then Big Show came out, which was kind of shocking because if he was fired, he wouldn't have no music or no
See, that's another thing I talked about a lot. Is just a lot of today's.
You're trying to fool your audience's intelligence, WWE.
Well, here's the thing about that. I talked about this before. It's just the fact that I think WWE has become so involved in commercializing and selling and merchandising that to have Show come out in storyline like that, to come out with some music, like his music was cued and you're not a part of the company anymore. That's just like lackadaisical in terms of like what these people in the back are doing. Like, who would write something? They should fire the person who wrote that. It's just so stupid. Show just got fired. Why are they going to play his music? Why would the production team, if you want to keep us under the guise of kayfabe, why the hell?
Come out of the crowd.
Yeah, it'd been better if he'd come out the crowd or something like that. Why the fuck are you going to play his music? That makes no sense.
So, Show comes out. Triple H orders the Show to beat him down. They beat him down to the point where they grabbed him. And pretty much anybody that watched wrestling for God knows how long knew what was going to happen. They had Show, and then Show explodes and throws all three of the Shield out of the ring. Triple H stood there shocked.
And then he looked him dead in the face.
And then he got KO'd.
Power right in the kisser. Power right in the kisser.
You feel like a sack of potatoes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Dan ran into the ring, and they started doing the yes chants.
Yeah, yes.
And then he even fixed his tie.
Good Lord, that picture they took on Instagram, that was funny as hell. With Triple H with the ice pack and Stephanie with the bad face.
Yeah.
But pretty good Raw. But
not bad.
Yeah,
great. Not that bad.
but rumor has it that it's leaned up to spoilers for anybody that doesn't know.
Yep.
It's rumored that they're going to have both Triple H and Vince fight over the company again.
What?
This is stupid.
This is stupid.
Another
Because
thing with like,
didn't
I have the rank. I have the rank.
didn't they have Vince talk down Daniel Bryan and have him as a heel and all that?
Yeah, Vince was part of that mob that was trying to. I mean,
So now all of a sudden Vince has a change of heart, and now he's going after Triple.
Releasing Daniel.
I wish to God that Shane would come back.
yeah, I said that. I was saying that the other day.
It would make more sense and more believable if it was Shane instead of Vince.
Thank you. It would be much better if Shane came back. Shane could be that voice of reason that come back. I see Shane doing it.
Yeah, it'd be more believable than with Vince, because
Shane and Triple H would make a good situation.
Because it's just so stupid with Vince, since he was there when the whole corporation started, and then now all of a sudden, now he wants to change his mind. It makes no sense. But it seems like that's where we're heading to. What you guys thought about?
I just feel like this is like having Vince involved in any more than he already is ridiculous. We don't need him.
I just think like that it makes again another case that makes sense. Like he's done this already. He's like you're going back, going back and forth and flip flopping. Like 1 minute you're on this guy's side, and 1 minute you're not. Then you're on again. You're not again. You're on again. You're not again. I mean.
Yeah, it's okay to do that a couple of times, but then like when you overdo it, it just becomes like bland.
That's what it feels like. It feels like overdoing it.
It is overkill. It is overkill, man.
And it's just like just give Triple H the damn thing. I mean, I don't know what the deal is here, and then it's like they keep painting themselves in corners with where to go next. And like, if you're trying to bring Vince back for Raid, fine, but don't do that. You know. I don't get it. God, why can't Shane come back?
He ain't doing nothing now.
Yeah, he ain't doing nothing now. He can go get back down.
I don't understand. This would be the perfect, like, give him whatever he wants. Get that man to come back.
Yeah, just get him back in there. They need to get Shane McMahon back involved in the show.
So should be the one who should get the company when Vince passes. I mean, imagine what Shane would do with that company. That's just...
Company might actually have a future. So the company might actually have a future.
That's my answer to this topic is please get Shane back.
Well, I guess I'll say this about Bound for Glory next week. Since Bound for Glory.
Oh my God, it's next week.
I think so, because it's only like 2 weeks away.
I seriously did not know that.
Well, right now, the only matches I know from Bound for Glory is AJ versus Bully Ray, the 4-man Ultimate Ass with Jeff Hardy, Manic, Austin Aries, and Samoa Joe.
I'm praying it doesn't
apparently just bring out a new theme song.
The triple threat between Gail Kim, ODB, and Brooke Tessmacher.
That match is either gonna go okay or it's gonna suck really bad.
Which one?
I'm saying it's gonna be either or. It's a toss up. It's either gonna be decent.
As long as Brooke shakes her ass, it's great.
It's either gonna be decent. If ODB and Gail work together, the match will be decent. If they can't, the match is gonna be a disaster because they're gonna have to carry Tessmacher through all the working parts of the match.
To be announced. Gunner and Storm versus whoever. Sting versus Madness, which really wasn't really no point unless they're going to turn Madness heel, but that to me is kind of stupid. But then again, they're going to need somebody for, obviously going to give AJ the belt. They're going to need him to face somebody.
And Sting needs to do something.
I think the next one was Bad Influence, Eric Young, and what's the name?
I don't know.
The guy that plays Abyss.
Or just a part.
Joseph Park, those stereotypicals, Chavo and Hernandez, and the Robbie E. and what's his name?
Robbie E. and Robbie T.
No.
No, I don't know.
Jo-
Oh, you talking about the
bromance.
Jesse.
Yeah, they have a match. Oh God, Buffalo used to mean something.
No, it's not. This is gonna suck.
I guess we'll talk about that later. Talk about how much of a fucked up, no hype crap TNA's done. And I guess we'll save the Victoria interview for later too. We'll talk about that. Because she said something pretty interesting that you might like, kid. She was talking about how in TNA, unlike in WWE, where Fit Finley, called the spots and told them what to do.
Yeah.
She said that pretty much in TNA the girls called the spots, and everything was a mess. She said that, going back to teenage, I had a question. It wasn't a good fit for me. I had a great run there, but it was very different from WWE. It made me appreciate WWE a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to kiss ass and get back into WWE.
Yeah. Trying to get a job.
Did she burn bridges with WWE?
I don't know how that ended. I have no idea.
Quite a few bridges, but
Because she burned bridges because she told them that she was retired. Then she went to TNA.
Yeah.
And they don't really feel high on her because they kept her off that list of divas, and she posted Joe Daddy, making that Photoshop picture of her.
Wow.
And also, she's already up in age where Vince doesn't like to bring back in divas.
She's a little up there.
Unless their name is Trish Stratus.
Trish Stratus.
But then again, he brought back Molly Holly, but Molly Holly hasn't done anything bad to WWE and said anything bad, so she was cool with them.
Yeah.
But Victoria's up in that age where, they don't want to bring you back.
It's not so. I think it's also the appearance, like the way she looks now. She's not bad looking, but she does look older. She does look a little too old.
She's still sexy.
But she just, I think it shows too much for what WWE is trying to sell right now, which I think it's just ridiculous. I think the whole Diva division is worthless. But
here's what she was saying. She says on what's missing with today's female talent. She said, we had Fit Finley as a trainer and agent. He made us and mold us. He got to know what made us tick, exposed that, and that was nothing we couldn't do. Today, the girls pick and choose what moves they wanted to do. If Fit Finley wasn't around, that wouldn't happen. We worked stiff. We made contact.
Thank you. That's true.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That was
pretty spot on.
The differences are clearly seen. I mean, you can watch one of those matches from back then, and then you can watch one today, and the differences are so clear. I mean, it's just a different product altogether.
Right.
Yeah. Just they haven't.
Yeah.
But I think
that'd be just like with Victoria. I would maybe at the NXT job. That's about it.
Yeah.
It's
I don't see Raw, like them giving her the ball like on Raw.
No, I'll say this: what I said in the forums. If something happens to Sarah Del Rey, they might give it to her, but until then, I don't see her come back.
But then again, others might try to get that spot.
Yeah.
Be a fun little battle, voice Merrick-Guile type battle there. Going, should we get this one or this one? Let's ask.
Yeah. So.
Let's get it at you guys can vote and decide who we should take back.
Oh yeah, that crap. Yeah.
Now that'd be funny. And this one it looks like Victoria's about to take a job. You hear that? You're not enough for me because Michelle McCool won the job.
Wow.
And next thing you know, you'll see, like, I don't know, Jillian Hall, Melina, all these folks trying to get that job.
About
That's just,
Maria.
maybe that should be slip on it, but it'd be funny to see.
They need to do like Heath Ledger did: break a pool stick, throw him on the ground, and say, "Try out."
Or the magic trick.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
But I would like to see her come back. I just don't think. I'm not holding my breath though.
Yeah, I'm not either. But I guess that.
Hey, I've seen Medusa back before Victoria at this point.
Ooh. Really?
Wow.
It'd be a coin toss. It's a coin toss.
Hell.
Lunger Blaze, baby.
Medusa burned.
Like which one? If I'm WWE, which one I want back, Victoria or Lunger Blaze first?
Medusa's burned more better than Victoria's.
She did the one thing that you never do.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Medusa's lucky that she still gets royalty checks.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
I mean, hell, Vince would probably, if he could, he probably would never give her any more money. But because of the law, he has to.
Right. It's like, you kind of obliged to, really.
Yeah, he has to. But
Right.
Well, I guess that does it for today. I thank y'all for your kid,
Yo, no
the
problem.
Pike, and thank you everybody to listen. And please
Thank
subscribe.
you all for listening.
We're close to 900. Hopefully by the end of the year we'll have 1,000.
All right.
1,000, 100, 000, 100. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been long. We had anybody. You've been killing killing brain cells, haven't you?
A few.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I think you caught some of that brain damage when you mentioned the Hogan and the Dixie thing. So.
Sure, and the Hogan on the wrecking ball, was it?
Yeah, that killed a few right there.
Tell your wife I'm sorry.
It's cool.
Ooh.
It's cool, and then mentioning Eva Marie's bad match, and yeah. So my brain cells are like bam, zoom straight to the moon at this point.
Well, on that note, thank you.
Thank you, audience, for listening to that. I appreciate y'all concern.
You're okay.
Good.
But we'll see you guys next time. Later.
Later.
Take care. It's best for business.